Israel is known as a startup nation, so it's safe to say the Jewish state understands how important it is to have a good knowledge of technology. Now, one Israeli organization is on a mission to provide underprivileged people with even more access to tech. Didi Ben-Shalom joins us from Machsava Tova with more. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about your organization.
Well, Machsava Tova, meaning good thought in English, was established in Jerusalem in 2004. Our chair worked in a high-tech company, and he saw a lot of teens sort of walking around the street with nothing valuable to do with their lives. And at that time, it was very uncommon for people to have computers in their homes, especially in underprivileged neighborhoods. So he said, I'm going to start this computer course. And he opened a little class, and he always tells how the day after he opened the class, kids were already knocking on the door and asking to come in and use the computer, and it was very, very exciting. And then their parents came and their grandparents came, and everyone in the community became very involved in those classes. And that's how we started opening our computer classes all around the country.
And so, obviously knowing how to use a computer is a huge, important part of day-to-day life now. How do you make that clear to the people that you're working with who, think that otherwise that they'd rather write or they don't feel that technology is maybe necessary?
It almost doesn't happen anymore. People know that if they want to move forward with their lives, if it's education, if it's becoming a part of their community, if it's getting better jobs, they know that the computer is part of that process. It doesn't necessarily have to be high-tech. It can also be very low-tech, but even if you're running a store, you need to use a computer. So we don't even have to convince anyone anymore. They really come to us.
Right, because initially people were kind of scared of learning how to use the internet and learning how to use computers, but that's changing now. So what locations do you work in? What kind of populations are you helping?
Well, today we work all around the country after leaving Jerusalem and moving all over the place. And we work with pretty much everyone in Israel. We work with Arabs, we work with Orthodox Jews, we work with youth at risk, we work with Olim Chadashim, we work with kids and people with disabilities. And for every population, we try and create a program that answers their need. So if someone has a disability that makes it hard for him to leave the house, it can be very helpful for him to be exposed to social media so he can make friends and be more in touch with his family. And also how to buy things on the internet and have someone bring them home for him can be something that really changes his life and makes it easier. And if a child is almost dropping out of school, giving him a program that will help him stay with his peers is also something that can really make a change in their lives. So we work with every population and we create programs that are suitable for them.
So can you tell us a story about how your organization has helped a specific family or individual?
It's hard. There's so many stories. A few weeks ago, we had one of the courses for youth at risk end. And one of the mothers came up to me very, very excited and shy, and she said, listen, I really don't have any skills in computers, so I can't teach in your organization, but I really want to volunteer in some way because the change that you've made in my son's life is something that I want to help you keep giving to the world. So for me, that was very exciting.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So now, if you're interested in volunteering, or this is a nonprofit that we're talking about, so obviously we want to hear how you're funding this. Mm-hmm. How can we get involved?
Well, we work with a lot of high-tech companies that really cooperate with us with knowledge or funds or even having programs in-house in their organizations. And of course, we have very kind donors from all around the world that help us in achieving this goal.
Great. Well, again, thank you so much for coming in. It's great to see what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.